last thing.
Okay.
Cat. The cat is one big last thing.
Is it because she's fat?
No. I meant big as topic, because there's a lot because there's two things.
Big elephant in the room. This was his 40th birthday. Forgot about that.
There's this weird thing. There's two things with Cat. There's something he always has to emphasize is that it's homemade.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to show that everything she does is homemade, and that somehow makes it like special. It makes it better. It makes him better.
And it doesn't necessarily mean it's better tasting, but it is, I think, for someone to cook for you, obviously it is more special than going out and grabbing something. Sure, of course. But when you're chained up to the stove in the kitchen being forced to do it, it's not special. Well, which is what's happening here.
My point is that it's just a weird point of pride for him.
It is. Yeah, it's strange. It is. I see what you mean. It is strange.
To exemplify how it's all homemade and how he's specifically proud of it. That he's showing it off as if he did it. Maybe not even praising Kat for it, but just like look at how good my life is. I have a homemade cake, you know?
Yeah.
And
I have a wife that cares for me.
So anytime someone else cooks for you, it's special. But he has to show it off and somehow make it about himself. Specifically the cakes on his birthday. No?
Yeah.
Frosting and peanut butter cups on top. All handmade by my wife.
Handmade.
No mixed store-bought.
Yeah.
The frosting's not store-bought. She made it all.
That's where I have the problem. Is like it's not store-bought, but the thing is, I can see this being a box cake, and there's nothing wrong with that kind of thing.
No, and she could have just made the icing. Who knows? But it's really hard to make like a cake from scratch.
It's
no small feat.
Scratch, and I don't know why he has to emphasize, hey, handmade, all of it, nothing from the store. And the thing is, I think it probably is a box cake, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like one of those fucking chocolate cakes you get from the baking aisle.
Yeah, maybe not even that. I can with how uneven the frosting is, I think she could have made this like as a box cake. She made the cake itself with like a box mix. She didn't make it from scratch.
That's what I was saying. Like, and it's not as hard to make frosting. So maybe she just made the frosting, cut up some peanut butter cups from on top.
And the thing is, this is a good cake. This is a nice cake that someone made for his birthday.
And that's nice.
But the thing is, he has to point out saying, hey, handmade, all from scratch, nothing store-bought. Like as if it's like it's almost like shaming people if they don't have like a handmade cake on their birthday or whatever for some whatever special
right
event.
Like, I'm special, I got this thing, I have a woman that did it for me. Ha, ha.
Yes, it's braggadocious on his part. And it's not even him saying, look how great she did, look how good of a cake I get to eat.
Look, it's not look how, you're right. It's not look how well she made this, how great she did. It's look what I get. It's all selfish, all of it.
Or powdered.
Okay, here he'll describe how it's
powdered sugar. Interesting. I may have some insight into this.
Okay.
Oh, do you remember what we did yesterday to do this? Yeah, this had a lot of ingredients: baking soda, baking powder, flour,
which is true,
powdered sugar, chocolate morsels, eggs, milk,
morsels,
sugar. A lot, and whipping it all together, you know, for the frosting. Crazy.
Yeah, see, that's interesting because I recently made some lemon lavender cookies for my family, and the glaze on it specifically takes powdered sugar, and he is describing everything that goes into a cake, but those things can also go in there for like boxed cake mixes. So
yeah,
it's entirely possible that she made it from scratch, but it probably took a while. I didn't hear a thank you.
No, his chat was actually thanking Kat for making the cake, and he was just saying, I agree.
I see how they thanks to Kat for the amazing cake. I agree. Good cake takes a long time, but it's worth it, my friends.
Also, he kind of made it like we did it, you know? That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So even if it's like
Yeah.
handmade by her, he makes it sound like an effort by both of them, you know?
Yeah, when in reality, he just probably stood there and pulled the things out of the bag to give her.
Yeah, because there was that one clip where he tried to talk about making, what was it? It was chicken or salmon, and he burnt it, so he gave her the burnt piece.
Yes.
So this dude fucked up a piece of meat, and I doubt he can make a cake personally. Like he doesn't.
No, fuck no.
So if this is handmade, regardless,
it was all her.
If it was handmade or if it was a box cake, regardless, she made it. Like, but he talks about it like they both did it together, and
yeah,
I think his effort was he was in the kitchen while she made it. He supervised her.
Yeah. Well, it's like the supervisor at work that's taking credit for the team.
Exactly. Last thing is how he has to be incredibly nice about Kat. Like, no matter what she makes, it has to be good. Oh, he has to.
Yeah.
Oh, he has to cushion anything negative with something else, you know, or anything she may not do well. She like it has to be the recipe's fault. It has to be something else's fault, you know.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, if you're trying to let someone down, but obviously, like, if it is good, say that, of course. But if it's not good, maybe say that. Don't lie to people.
Be honest about it. Because it's a incredible need to make excuses for everything. Okay, one of my favorite things was when he was doing this for his 15-year anniversary. It took me hours to find this. Okay, not hours, but it took me like an hour to find this.
Okay.
And he made a drink, and he referred to it as the space drink.
Oh yeah, that one.
And it was supposed to look cosmic or galaxy-like. And came out looking like...
Oh yeah, she fucked it up. It was brown, right?
It came out looking like sewage or greenish.
Yeah.
It looked like gray water you get out of an RV. It just looked bad. And he was like, oh, well, that didn't look like it. And I can't remember if it was like, if Kat made it or he made it.
I think he did make it. Or not he. I think she did. I remember him saying that.
Well, one of them made it, and he made up excuses saying, well, it didn't come out right. And it's like, you fucked it up.
The recipe.
Exactly.
Yeah, you fucked it up. One of yous fucked it up.
Here, let's see how it looks. Okay, look, it's supposed to look like this glass.
Yeah.
Like these lines of chocolate or whatever. Okay, look at that. And this is...
I asked him.
Okay, and then let's see how it looks. It's just a mess. And
yeah, it's a drippy mess.
It's a drippy mess, and that's all right. Just say, yeah, it didn't come out right, you know.
When you home make things, it's kind of a given that they're going to come out a mess.
Yes, it's all going to come out right, and that's okay. No. It's all right.
Just be like, oh, it looks funny, but it tastes good.
Tastes good, and the thing is, it's like, just say it's not. We couldn't do it. We couldn't make it like the picture because they have professional chefs and shit making those ingredients, and then they're having photographs made of that, you know. But here, listen to his excuse on this.
Tornado sweep milkshake. Here it is. Like I said, we didn't have a good glass, so because of that, it kind of
he blames.
That's what it is.
He blames the glass on.
It's the glass.
Like, just say you just couldn't do it. Why does it have to be something's fault for that?
Yeah,
you know,
I don't.
It's the glass's fault that it didn't come out right. You know.
Yeah, of course it is.
Fuck.
What else could it be?
And it's like, it can't be Kat's fault. It can't be his fault. It can't be anyone's fault for why drinks didn't come out right. Why any of this like is gone wrong, you know?
It's not necessarily hot, but it's like intense spicy flavor.
Yeah, it's curry.
As soon as I put it in my mouth, it was like,
it's usually
boom,
spicy.
My tongue was tingling in every position, and all through my mouth it was tingling. But it's not hot, meaning it's not permeating.
I feel like it's like gone. This is very exaggerated for Kat's benefit, you know?
My mouth was like, woo, spice, baby. And then they're definitely not mushy at all.
Yeah, it does feel very
maybe.
over the top. Why are you smelling it?
Hold on.
Dish. The spice in the curry is like, whoo! It's intense. Like I would have to when you're eating these, you have to kind of wait before you eat the next one. You have to wait for the spice of the first one to cool down before you eat the next one. Because if you ate like 4 or 5 in a row without your mouth would be like, wah! The overload of spice.
Wow. Oh God, it is very over the top.
It's very over the top, but also, do you think he's saying that just so we can like hold off tasting the next one because it's so bad? It's like, but like it's him stalling. It's like I don't want to. I don't want
possible.
I don't want to eat this next fish nut. I don't want to eat this fish nut.
I don't want to get balls in my mouth. I like nuts.
Yeah, so it's so weird.